jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Yo, you already know. First in the MF building, Toby Bartlett in the building, man. You already know. Salute WCS in the chat. But what it do, man? Appreciate you being on deck. Sticking boys, fishing and sports. Salute. What's good? What's good? So, big shout out to my supporters, man. Salute to y'all who rock with the channel. And all the other individuals that feel some type of way. Appreciate you for giving a damn to tune in and listen. You know what I'm saying? Because you are listening and you telling. You sitting up here telling. You know what I'm saying? Dry snitching. You know what I mean? You up here dry snitching. This is going to be some more hot grease. The reason why it's going to be some hot grease, because it's just some areas that I'm trying to figure out. That just because people speak fast and think people concerned about their platform, it's not even close to being true or relevant. You know what I'm saying? It's not even close to being true or relevant. Now, I would challenge anyone who has a problem with what I'm speaking about, blue blood, in this particular instance, please. All you got to do is get in the chat and request the link, and I'll send you the link. But we're talking about the avenues of approach and how he went about doing certain things in the business, on the business side of it. Because look, people tell you, well, the WCS, he's not a manager, he's not this, that, and the other. You're absolutely right. But what I am capable of doing is having conversation with people behind the scenes and learning about the backside of boxing, and willing to self-educate myself. So when it comes times like this, people like Blue Blood can't talk that fast talk to me and miss certain areas. When speaking English, like I hear him a lot trying to, correct people on how they're speaking. You have to work on your delivery too. You have to be more detailed about how you speak on certain things. Else it's going to be a brother like me that's saying, well, you just jumped. You just up here leapfrogging over information that we was waiting on you to tell us about. No, we want you to slow down, so we can understand exactly what you are talking about. We want to hear the details if you're speaking on that. So let's get to an area where we've been talking about the back and forth conversation going on between Blue Blood Sports and manager Marty. Now, of course, I always have to kind of speak in this way to say, well, WCS is not any of your business. Well, it's on social media, first of all. It's on social media. And yes, I've had, previous dealings and understanding that Blue is he's a very soft, unmatched individual. And I'm not being, I have the right to speak my opinion. People getting all mad and upset that somebody can speak their opinion. Okay, if I'm speaking, doesn't make sense, well, shut me down then. Let me know. I News to Sauce Experience. What's good? Salute WCS in the chat. Toby Bartlett. Salute to my guy. Showtime Shot News team Tucker, man. You already on in the building. Man, salute to you. Keep grinding, man. Great content you and your daughter's putting out, man. Great content, bro. But there's been some back and forth about certain situations that has transpired, right? This goes back, and shout out to Showtime. Me and Showtime kind of mentioned this way back when, last September, that we pretty much exposed Blue again, because he's been exposed so many times, but we exposed him for exaggerating, for being supererogatory. You know what I'm saying? Being a guy who exaggerates a lot on situations. And he don't understand how crucial live streams are, because people can go back and timestamp his ass for what he said. Also, he is latching on, by fine threads to BLK Prime. Okay, cool. You can mention we and all that, but you have to tighten up your representation, brother. You have to clean up your professionalism. You have to humble yourself there, Blue. See, I know Manager Marty pissed you the fuck off, and you said that he ain't managing nobody. Show who you're managing. But it was a funny thing that was said, that it seems like Manager Marty is managing you there, Blue. It just seems like he's managing your emotions. He has you furious right now. This man has you extremely furious, bro, because he is telling you to humble yourself, and you will be exalted. See, that's the one thing I understand about people that's shaded like me. We have a problem with receiving. They always talk about, I'm going to give this person my flowers. I'm going to give this person my flowers. I'm going to show them love, this, that, and the other. We have a hard time just receiving wisdom from one another. In this case, in order for Blue Blood to understand where Marty's coming from, in my opinion, there has to be an equal level of respect. Blue Blood don't respect too many people unless you're giving him a super chat, and then he puts you on the timer, for the amount of respect you're going to get until you drop another super chat. Look, he'll go live and say I'm hating on him, but I'm not. I'm just talking my shit, right? But he seems to be managing your emotions. You did a live stream the other night, and you was absolutely upset with this guy. But first, let me spin it back. Let me spin that reel back to why people have a problem with you, Blue. My problem doesn't have to do with everybody else. I don't spread that on anybody else. What I say is what I say directed at you, right? It's for my own reasonings. It's what I've absorbed. I soaked it all in, and I'll talk about it. In the beginning of your video, right, you said something to the point. Well, let me just let you all listen to what he said via audio.
But you said a lie. Oh, you lied about this, a lie about that. I ain't lied about nothing. And I felt like, and when I looked, they said that my stream was flagged, right? Because it's hate speech and bullying, right? Okay. The only person that I addressed in that live stream was him. So I felt like when I'm trying to dispute it, it was him that flagged me. So he said it wasn't him, he knew nothing about it, right? Cool. I misspoke. I apologize for that, brother. Right? It wasn't you that flagged me? Cool. I apologize for that, right? You don't know what I do behind the scenes. So stay in your lane as I stay in mine. But you said a lie. Oh, you lied about this or lied about that. I ain't lied about nothing. And I felt like, and when I looked, my stream was flagged, right? Because it's hate speech and bullying, right? Okay. The only person that I addressed in that live stream was him. So I felt like when I'm trying to dispute it, it was him that flagged me. So he said it wasn't him. He knew nothing about it, right? Cool. I misspoke. I apologize for that, brother.
So that's what you call a brother who fucked up and half-heartedly apologized to a person that you said he flagged your channel. And that's a huge accusation there, Blue, that you placed upon that man. I'm just starting off with this because it was in the early part of your live. You say you never lied, you don't lie about anything. That's a lie. You do lie about shit all the time. Dude, you can be called a liar any given day of the week, bro. You know, you're sitting up here acting like you don't lie. You do lie, bro. And anybody who co-signs your ass, they're a fucking liar too. Anybody co-signing this nigga, you a lie too. Because you're unwilling to stand up and say, you know what, that's some foul shit. No, we in a society where we have likeness. It's all about who you clicked up with. You lied on the man. You said he flagged your channel and then half-heartedly apologized to the public. No. The one person, when he was on the panel, he was right there on the panel. When you made that accusation, that's when Fanon came in and started goddamn putting his fingertip on your forehead and say, nope. You're not going to dictate, not going to take, nope. While he was poking you on your forehead, you was busy up here saying that this man flagged your channel. But when you apologize, you don't have enough heart or courage to go over there to his live stream on his panel and apologize to that man to his face. You'd rather half-heartedly apologize just out in the open to people who have nothing to do with this. None of those people you was talking about have anything to do with you making a false accusation and lying on this man saying he flagged your channel. You lied on him, bro. You lied on him, and you should go over there to his channel and apologize to him personally. But you know what? You don't have the decor to do that. That's not who you are. You don't have the honor to do something like that, Blue, because your ego runs everything in life, and that's why you do sloppy business. You know WCS will put the kickstand down and help you ride this out. I'm going to help you ride this to understanding, because you keep telling people all this yours truly. No, I'm definitely going to add some more layers to how you are fucking up. If you're going to be yours truly, then keep it 1,000, man. Clean your shit up, step your game up, and stop being unprofessional. Because people are going to find receipts out here to hold you accountable for being a sloppy role player in the sport of boxing. A sloppy role player. If you're recording that, record this. You are a sloppy role player. You want to attach yourself to someone, Black Prime, and you're not even maximize your professionalism when you representing this company. That's first and foremost. If you're on a corporate level, in order for you to get to that corporate level, somebody had to say, okay, I see something in that person right there. You had to be extremely professional. But no, you're running a janky ass live stream out of the living room of your home while other people are getting and leasing office buildings. Let's be clear there, Blue. You're not doing anything special, bro. Your 184,000 subscribers haven't got you a team to do this shit. It haven't presented you a budget, a funding resource. So you're just like me. The guy with 9,623.4 subscribers or whatever it is that y'all keep talking about. You're just like me, buddy. 9,000 subscribers versus 184,000 subscribers. We still do live streams from our domicile. You're just like me. You're no different. You're no different, bro. Professionalism is everything. So if you're going to build yourself up in this boxing game and feel like you can work on the highest level, but yet act like you are a novice in the sport. You do novice type shit. You do novice type moves. You want some explanations as to novice type moves, bro? Because you think I'm just hating and you think I'm just making this shit up. So let's start with your favorite claim to fame. Let's start with your favorite claim to fame with Terrence Crawford last year with BLK Prime. Right? And we're going to get to the current, present day on how you fucked up. So you tell everybody how you was the one making the phone calls. And you used to tell people, Terrence Crawford didn't know I was a silent partner with BLK Prime. You came out the box lying and saying that you was a silent partner. But when the story started to unfold, you made it seem like, oh, I'm a matchmaker. I'm doing stuff bigger than that. You start changing up your positions and your roles. No, you're lying. You're lying. You didn't have shit going on. You told us out the box that you was a silent partner. A silent partner does not participate in daily operations there, Blue. That's what you told us out the box. But yet you going around YouTube and you was telling us that you had majority of the dealings to do with making Terrence Crawford and David Avanesian, right? So let's get to something. You know what I'm saying? Let's give the people some more credible content and help this dude understand where he's failing the people, and being that he has people that listen to him on a regular basis, they're unwilling to hold him accountable for some shit. You know what I'm saying? They're unwilling to hold him accountable for some shit. So let me pull up this screenshot right quick. I want y'all to take a look at this. This is the guy who was going around here having other dudes being all goofy and shit. Talking about he the one that orchestrated Terrence Crawford and David Avanesian. Okay? All right. Give me a minute. And, hey, unlike some other people, you know, please hit the like button. I know on the other channels you hear them say, God damn it. Don't let me tell you. You know, hit the like button if you feel free. Let me get this download it right quick. Hold on for a second. So I want y'all to see how certain people will do certain things and they're not really thinking about it. They just so impulsive, but yet they want to come up here and act like they're the most perfect individual. They frame themselves as doing no wrong. And then you have people that co-sign this shit and they never want to say anything bad. I'm telling you, that's not the way to go about your life. You need to stand up for something or fall for anything, right? Right? That's what they say, right? But we see often, more times than not, that people are willing to be followers and do the wrong thing just because they don't want to be on the wrong side of being the unpopular, want to be a group. It happens a lot on social media. This has happened a lot when Blue Blood puts himself behind and claims he's doing something fancy in the sport of boxing. It's just facts, bro. That's just facts. You're not doing anything in boxing. True Media Today, what's going on? Coach Malachi in boxing, what's good? Anybody want the smoke, drop the addy. Piece of WCS and a salute to the chat. Don't forget to hit the like. No doubt, Coach. You already know, man. HC Picks. What's good? What's good? So let's get down to this part right here. All right. Let me bring this up. So this was an earlier live that Blue did, I think back in February, where Edwin Sanchez dropped a super chat because, see, the way it's supposed to work is that people that really, support the channel, they'll drop you a super chat. You shouldn't have to beat it out of them with a sugar cane damn stick, right? But this guy, Edwin Sanchez, said they don't want brothers to eat any color fighters. They don't want brothers to eat with any color fighters or something like that he was trying to say. But let a dude from overseas come, they get all the fights people would never heard about. And Blue agreed with this Edwin Sanchez. He agreed with him when he dropped that super chat. Yes, he did. Go look up the live. I'm not going to do your homework. He agreed with this dude. They don't want the brothers to eat with any color fighters, but let a dude from overseas come and get all the fights people we never heard about. Blue agreed to this shit, right? He said he don't lie. But see, he lies so much, he believes he's telling the truth. He agreed with this guy that the brothers ain't eating with the brothers. But if you go back to BLK Prime setting up Crawford and David Avanesian, you hear a whole different story. Blue is telling you all that himself, Blue, helped set that fight up with David Avanesian. Not only that, but this is how much of a scoundrel Blue is. Blue is going around here doing business and don't think he need the proper paperwork and documentations to be official. He believes being official is on YouTube. He believes he's actually doing something reputable that people are going to remember for the next 15 or 20 years. No, you're just like me, brother. You in your domicile, you in your quarters, and you are without an office space. You don't have a budget. You're not being flown from this place and that place off your YouTube channel. Now, BLK Prime want to send you somewhere cool. Cool. But you want to hear something else that WCS want to help you out with, that Blue? You wasn't the first choice. Humble yourself, Blue. You wasn't the first choice, brother. It's been on record that BLK Prime reached out to other YouTube sources such as Fight Hype before you. You wasn't the first. When you get up here acting like you was the numero uno and they found you long and wide, you searched through the freaking Serengetis and the landscape, you sit up here and climb the highest summits, you wasn't the first. There was plenty other people that they reached out to before they even thought about picking up the scraps. So they came and ended up getting you, right? So per what Edwin Sanchez said, do y'all remember when David Avanesian was locked in for a November fight date? Do y'all remember when David Avanesian was locked in for a November fight date? When you looked on his box rec and it had him fighting November and him fighting in December, and people was wondering, well, how that's going to work, how this and that and the other. And if you look, this dude had already had a fight locked in. He was the main event. Wasn't they fighting for the EBU? They was fighting for the EBU title over there, right? Can you imagine the promoter over there and how much money he put into a championship fight? Blue Blood is on record is saying what? He, the one that called. He made the calls. But if you look at the super chat, he agreed with Edwin Sanchez that they don't want the brothers to eat with any color fighters. But let a dude from overseas get all the fights. Well, that's what Blue did. Blue brags about bringing people to the dance. But yet, in this particular case with David Avanesian fighting Crawford, obviously, it wasn't a crowd favorite. But he's going to say, well, I need to, name me How many fighters that can fight Boots Ennis and Terrence Crawford that's not signed to a promoter? No, let's stay on the topic. Why couldn't you find a local fighter outside of David Avanesian who had already been stopped by Igis Kavalauskas? Why did you go pick a guy who was already on the main event, locked in, There was fighters on there looking for a paycheck, and supposedly you made phone calls? Explain that. When you do another live, explain to me how you made phone calls for a fighter who's fighting in a championship fight overseas. You pick him, and he's the main event. Why would you go fuck up a card like that? Bro, you sloppy. You're messy, bro. You said you made the call. Why would you go over there and disallow fighters to get paid? Why didn't you go locally and find a black fighter, since you was agreeing with Edwin Sanchez that they don't want the black fighters to fight one another? Mr. Real One? Mr. I know everything, I never lie? Why would you go over there and break up a fight card? No matter how you did it, you said you made the phone calls. So you want to take credit for David Avanesian? God damn it, I'm going to help you get credit. You broke up an entire fight card to have one fighter come over here. And you want to brag that you had something to do with David Avanesian coming over here. My question to you is, you couldn't find any black fighters over here? You had to go overseas to get a fighter? It wasn't nobody, that you can find to step in there with Terrence Crawford on the level of a David Avanesian. Was he the only one in the ranking system? How did he pop out to you? What is your process for searching for fighters? What is your process? I'm just curious. We would like to know, how do you go about it? What is your MO? What is your SOP? The standard operating procedures. How do you go search for a fighter like this, bro? You agreed that colored fighters don't fight. They don't let the black fighters fight each other, right? However, he eat with any color fighters, right? But yet and still, you do exactly what Sanchez did. You pretty much goes overseas. You are responsible for that. You know what I'm saying? You are responsible for 2022 for being the culprit in making this happen. But yet, you're going to come up here and agree with this guy this year on something that you did. How is that possible? Why didn't you take in consideration before you went over there and pulled somebody from a main card? Just like when you was in Arizona and you didn't care. We have Ty Edmonds supposed to be going in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wanted Ty, who has his mother and father on his team, and you're there filming this shit, and you're trying to say that Ty didn't want the money. Like it was all about the money. Once again, bad business, bro. You was thinking this man should just take the money. If you knew the business, you never would have recommended Ty to take the money and void out a contract. So if he was to go in there and take a fight and he get hurt with Truck Simpson, the promoter of that fight card doesn't have any. They have zero liability to pay for his medical bills. You was there, Blue. You was there telling my the brother, Devin Haney was gonna pay $100. You're sloppy. You didn't take in consideration of the well-being of another black man. You didn't care. I was there watching the shit. I'm saying, you acting like you know the business, but yet you was over here telling the people that Ty didn't want to take Devin Haney paying $100 for him to fight. Why he didn't take the money? He didn't want the bread. Why? Because if he goes in there and get hurt, it's not on that promoter. If you know the business, right? You know the business, right, Blue? If you know the business, you know the business. You don't care about the business. You going up here zigzagging your way through this shit, bro. This wasn't too long ago. Were you there riding around with Mickey Bear and all them as a matchmaker? Because if you had anything to do with that fight card, that would be another notch on your belt that you failed. Because that fight didn't happen either. It happened to no cause of your own, of course, but I'm just saying you had something to do with it. You was there running the camera. You want to act like you was making big moves. I go to Arizona, and then I'm going out to Vegas to sit in my room and watch the fucking fight. Dude, you zigzagging through this motherfucking dog on flats. You're not going anywhere. You just goddamn moving. You know, it's enough gas in the car to ride on the rim, bro. This shit's been sparking for a long time, but goddamn it, hey, let me enlighten you about this shit, bro. You was in Arizona encouraging another black man to take $100, which would have voided out his agreement with the promoter, to go in there and fight a fighter who's more than capable of being competitive. You don't care. And you busy up here telling Marty to humble himself? I mean, you busy up here telling Marty that he has a problem by telling you to humble yourself? Man, I can go on and on about this shit, bro. I already mentioned how you tried to talk to Demetrius Andrade manager. Him without his manager. Sloppy business. Let's get back to David Avanesian. Why couldn't you find a black fighter? Who knows? But you didn't. You picked up David Avanesian because I guess you wanted somebody in the ranking system. That's what you're going to say. Oh, you wanted somebody in the ranking system. The man was locked in. Some fighters on that card didn't eat because of selfish boxing ethics. Just go snatch a fighter. If you can make it happen, you can shoot them an envelope. Then we can make this happen over here where you get paid more money. Yeah, it kind of worked that time with Avanesian, right? It kind of worked. The card went off. You kind of did what you had to do and all this other shit. But then when it was time to do it again, it wasn't as proficient. Now I'm trying to ask the question as to why you are a part of something failing again. Again, you're part of something failing again. You overcredited yourself for the Crawford because you're clout chasing Crawford's name. You're clout chasing the shit out of this dude. You was over there clout chasing Team Haney and all them people in Arizona, and the fight didn't happen. So you go live the other night and say you tired of people speaking on your name. You're going to do something about it. You're going to do something about it. Okay, it's not the first time someone spoke on your name, and there's a reason for people speaking on your name. It's a reason for WCS to highlight your name. It's a reason there, Blue. It's a reason. You started all this. You did. You started all this. You are the egotistical maniac. You started all this, bro. So don't get mad and feel some type of way that another black man is telling you to humble yourself and you feel like he's acting just like you. You know what I'm saying? You mad because somebody is telling you in a calm voice to humble yourself and you will be exalted. You busy up here. What did you say, Blue? What did you say? Well, let me just roll the reel. Let me spin the reel and get back to the audio. Let me get back over here.
Right? It wasn't you to flag me? Cool. I apologize for that. Right? Now, but if I have the power to suggest that this fight, this should be the opponent, and if fighter A is open to it, Big George 850 was good. Then he said this, right? He said, "Oh, BOK Prime doing a bad business because they pulling up." Now watch this. Now they pulling up fighters that already have contracts and already have deals and already have a team and manager. Show me how many fighters that's free agents with no managers that Terrence Crawford and Adrian Broner can fight. Show me the fighters that's available for Terrence Crawford and Adrian Broner that they can fight, that don't have no management team, no part of no promotional company, don't have no involvement with nobody. Please show me that. Please show me that. So then he said, well, you talk about him fighting. Well, Terrence Crawford fighting Boots Ennis is tampering then. Teach was good. Because Boots Ennis is with Showtime. Terrence Crawford fighting.
So we want to know, is Boots in this with Showtime, or they just have an agreement with Showtime? We're going to get to that. We ain't there yet. We ain't there yet. We're not there yet. I want to work my way up to the messy part, through the messy part. Because there's no way that I can clean this up, because as long as he's out there with a canoe with no oars, you got to continue to just let him go downstream. So like I tell Blue, you may feel some type of way about Manager Marty telling you to humble yourself, but I feel he's within line and asking you to humble yourself. The reason why I say that is because you've been part of situations that you want to bloviate as being successful, and they're not. And I see a tendency about you, right? Like I see with a lot of black men on here, right? You are taking a man saying, humble yourself, and you said that was a female trait. Isn't that what you said, Blue? You said that was a female trait because some other man told you to humble yourself. So you're used to being around females that tell you as a man to humble yourself? I think you telling on you than anybody else, because I've never been in a situation where I had a woman tell me, humble yourself. Who told you that? How can you convince the people that that was a female trait? And why do black men always want to sit up here and have minimal depth of conversation and how to explain themselves, whether it's a healthy or unhealthy dialogue? You have very shallow depth, to the point where you always got to do some homosexual barbs and trade obscenities to say it's female traits. You being a bitch and all that. Why does it have to go that route? You need to further educate yourself on how to have a dialogue and how to respond. So you're saying it's female tendencies. You're saying that Marty's acting like he's T.I. You're over here acting like a grown-ass kid, talking about he's using big words expeditiously and all that. No, stay on topic, Blue. Stay on topic, bro. We're talking about your dealings and how unprofessional you are. You lied on the man, first of all, haven't even had the damn courage to apologize to this man for making a false accusation, right? Goddamn Fanon signed your ass. Then you go up here and you tell everybody that you are the one who made Terrence Crawford and David Avenesian fight. But see, I listen to your words, and one thing you always say is, you always say your lie first. You would say, okay, I'm a silent partner, when you was just a part of something. You didn't even know your position. Oh, let me say this first. I'm a silent partner. Well, did you put money towards them? How are you a silent partner? They just got a broke ass silent partner around. Shit, I can use my shadow for that, Blue. If I want a silent partner to follow me around, I can goddamn use my shadow. He ain't gonna charge me shit. When I move, he move. When I stop, he stop. That's what you was, a shadow? Because that's the way you told us when you initially came out with this BLK news, that you was a silent partner making all the moves. When silent partners does not participate in daily operations, that is absolutely fact. Get some of your partners that be in your chat co-signing on everything you say. Get them to look that shit up. Get them to define what a silent partner actually is. So alone in the meantime, I guess, you start getting a little bit more courage about yourself, and you start saying that now you are an advisor. So you snatch Avenesian, who had a fight locked in November, and put him in there with Crawford, which absolutely diminished the fight card that was going over there. And you don't care. Some of those fighters didn't get paid. You don't know if they was on their last freaking quarter in their bank account, but you was just worrying about it. I know it's a sport of boxing. Boom, he comes over here, he gets paid, get knocked out in the 6th round. And like I said before, you couldn't find a black fight over here. You didn't care. So that is what it is. You have very little to do with that. Even though you want to act like you made the phone calls, well, guess what? I'm going to ask you just like I asked you again. Do you believe that you're going to be able to continue to travel within sport of boxing without talking to managers? Because managers, it's a format that you have to go through. It's a protocol that you have to use in the sport of boxing to make this shit happen there, Blue. It's a protocol you have to abide by, bro. So let's get to another layer into this saga that you wanted to play out in your favor. You supposedly had came up with an idea, you and your people, to now seek out Crawford and bring in a high-ranked fighter by the name of Jerron Ennis, undefeated, right? And I heard how you keep on mentioning Bosey's talking about Bosey. Nobody's saying Bosey isn't a stand-up guy. But if you're going to do a live stream talking about something, stay on fucking topic and stop including people from your chat. They don't have anything to do with your voice. You are the one. You your own person, right? You do everything. You got it out the mud, right? They didn't help you get it out the mud. You got it out the mud, right? Them people in your chat didn't help you get it out the mud. You got it out the mud. That's what you said. So if you got it out the mud by your damn self, when it comes to situations like this, when you try and explain to the people, stop bringing other motherfuckers into the conversation. Handle your own motherfucking business, bro. Stop bringing in damn hype men and yes men into the conversation to agree with everything you say. Because a lot of shit you say isn't correct.
Keith Thurman is tampering because Keith Thurman has a manager, an advisor in Al Haymon. Right? Cinnamon Savage was good. Terrence Crawford fight any of those dudes is tampering, ain't it? Nash Rashid, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco.
So notice that Blue is yelling and screaming because manager Marty is managing his feelings and emotions. All the way through the first half of this live, he's managing Blue Blood's feelings and emotion from afar. This is Marty doing his job once again remotely. Real talk. So, Blue Blood, just because you're talking fast doesn't mean people aren't listening. Why are you bringing up Keith Thurman? I don't know. But our primary focus is Bosey. When I mentioned on my live stream yesterday why you haven't spoken to the manager, all of a sudden you want to now bring into the conversation of Cameron Duncan and Bosey Ennis and who they signed to or not signed to. You wasn't on here speaking that talk when you said, oh, since Bosey let the cat out the bag, now I'm going to talk about it. You know what is once again relevant to this conversation that you're the culprit of there, Blue Blood, is the fact that you said Bosey let the cat out the bag, right? You said Bosey Ennis let the cat out the bag, so you're going to talk about it. So when Adrian Broner let the cat out the bag, that he was no longer BOK Prime, why you didn't speak on it when Adrian Broner let the cat out the bag? Why, bro? You busy want to speak on, since the cat is out the bag, now it's time for me to make myself look good. Why didn't you speak on Adrian Broner when he let the cat out the bag? Why you was so quiet, bro? You was damn quiet. You wasn't even speaking. You didn't even have Adrian Broner back on your show. So Bosey, the guy who you keep saying is a stand-up guy, no one's questioning that. I'm saying Bosey wasn't the manager, Blue. So now you do a live the other day and all of a sudden you heard my live and I mentioned you didn't bring up the manager and how all of this rotation, all of this so-called whirlwind of business that you so-called a part of, how sloppy it was, how you didn't reveal to the people and your listeners that there is a protocol that you should have used with talking to Cameron Duncan. You want to just make it seem like you calling Bosey up. If anyone was undermining anybody, it was you. You know why I say that, Blue? It's because when you talk to Bosey Ennis, And if he told you how he felt about him being loyal to name Showtime, and he might have felt like BLK was undermining Showtime, at that point in time right there, if you had any professional bone in your body, you would have respected the fact that Bozy is going to be loyal to Showtime. He ain't feeling this. But you yet and still say, oh, they went over there and got on a phone call, an hour-long phone call, and got the president involved. So my biggest question to this shit, right? You say Bozy felt some type of way. And you clarified, you say, oh, you can ask him. He told me that himself. He felt some type of way. He felt some type of way. Bozy felt some type of way. Okay, if he felt some type of way about this fantasy fight that you was talking about, how did it all come together with Stephen Espinosa being on the phone, talking for an hour long about what? You didn't even disclose if Cameron Duncan was already contacted about this. No, I don't expect Bozy Ennis to contact Cameron Duncan. I expect you to contact Cameron Duncan, not freaking Bozy Ennis. That's not his job. If you are so-called calling yourselves all these hats, I'm a matchmaker, slash advocate, you know what I'm saying, slash intern, slash, you have all these titles that you slashing because you're doing big things and we don't know who you're talking to behind the scene. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Blue Blood. I'm telling you the honest truth within my heart. I don't need to know who you're talking to behind the scenes because obviously those people that you're talking to, they must be on the lower level, because you would have learned something from those people if they was operating on the highest level. They would have told you it's a process, a format for which you're supposed to go about doing this business. You're unwilling to follow that process. You want everything to be about you, and you can never be bigger than boxing. See, that's what you're not understanding. You'll never be bigger than boxing, brother. You're saying all this shit like y'all about to make a fight happen. You're saying all this shit like y'all about to make a fight happen, what Terrence Crawford said and all that. But Bozy sat up there and told y'all that he was loyal to Showtime. If you felt that you still wanted to try to bring it to BLK Prime, insinuating that Bozy wasn't signed to Showtime. That's insinuating I'm getting. That's insinuation I'm getting. People going around here saying like Team Ennis is not signed to Showtime, but they have they have loyalty to Showtime. So since Bozy made it perfectly clear within his honor system, he said, I'm going to remain loyal. I think BLK is trying to undermine. Were you the one trying to help him undermine Showtime? We know you wasn't on the phone call. And I have one other question. Is it any type of audio that's out here playing that Bozy said that you was the one that talked to him on the phone? Is there any type of audio for you to validate that? Because I've heard you say it several times over. When Bozy said BLK Prime contact, that was me. Is there any type of audio or is there anything that Bozy has said to validate that you was the one that called him? Then if indeed that lines up that you spoke to Bozy Ennis, then I just want to know and ask this question of Bozy. How many times did he tell you? How many times did he ask you? Listen to me, Blue. How many times did he ask you? Have you spoken to Cameron Duncan? Because you can't do shit without him. And Cameron Duncan is not a damn tyro to this managerial business. Real talk. You think you're going to do that shit to David McWaters? You think you're going to go up here and try to pull some shit like that with David McWaters? Real talk. You think you're gonna go up here and talk to some trainers and try to damn have a phone conversation and McWaters don't know about it? What type of goddamn train wreck you trying to run, bro? Did Bozy ever tell you or ask you, did you or you need to speak with Cameron Duncan? Because you weren't talking that Cameron Duncan shit earlier. I said it on my live, and then all of a sudden you started talking about Cameron Duncan. Because I'm going to tell you, you think you can run around here amok and think people just pointing the finger at you, especially black people, and they're not making any sense. I'm making sense, nigga. I'm making sense. We have enough criticism of black people working together, but it's even more fucked up when you have a person like you that's going around on the YTC acting like you know everybody, you have contacts to everybody. Who cares how many people you speak to or those names for which you speak to? They should be informing you and giving you knowledge on how to do a better job in order to excel your position. You ain't doing shit. You ain't locked in with PBC. You ain't locked in with Golden Boy or Top Rank. You ain't locked in with the big promotions, Matchroom, you know, the Zone, all them people across. You're not matched in with Probellum. You're not even sitting at the table with BLK Prime. I can get on the phone and talk to people. I can get on the phone and talk to people. I have the accessibility to go on the phone and talk to people. But did Bozy ever tell you or ask you, did you speak to Cameron Duncan? If he did ask you, since he's a stand-up guy, right? A stand-up guy would ask you that there, Blue. What was your response when he asked you, did you speak to Cameron Duncan? Did you say, oh, well, you know, good brother, we'll get to that after. I want you to talk to BLK Prime, and you know, I want to talk to BLK Prime and see what they say. You know, get Steven F. Mendoza, you know, get these names on there. Why go about the business if you're not trying to close the deal, Blue Blood Sports? Why go about the business if you're not trying to close the deal? All right? You have minimal stock in BLK Prime as it is. So the little bit that you are doing, it needs to be something that is presentable, something that's solid. Knowing that you wasn't the first choice and they pick you up on the fourth string, right? They brought the fourth string in here to be the starting lineup. It's going to be some hiccups, and I believe you going through that process right now. Real talk. I do believe you wasn't qualified for the job, first of all. That's why they didn't go seek you out first. You weren't qualified for the job. And now that you are on the job partially, you know what I'm saying, almost like a temp service, you're steadily trying to go about on-job training and learning shit without taking notes, without being able to listen to other people that might be in the sport. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep asking, right? I hear you say it on your live. You said, well, Marty, tell us how many fighters that you got. And I want to ask you this, Blue. If you asking that question, how many fighters have you so-called made the phone call and matchmake since you've been a part of this dynasty? How many phone calls have you made? Because I could have sworn you was up here talking about damn Ivan Redkach and talking about fighters is up here is not signed to a promoter and all that. Ivan Redkach situation, you didn't get in contact with the people instead of his name coming out on the flyer. You didn't kind of get a little bit of energy. There was some other fucked up shit going on over there. When you know that you this matchmaker, the Hank Lundy situation. How much did you know about the Hank Lundy situation? You probably said, well, David Avenizia was locked in with the EBU over there across the pond. So therefore, if we can snatch one fighter, we can do it again. So how did it come to fruition that Henry Lundy was locked in over there in Vegas for a fight card on the main event? Once again, same as Avenizia. They snatched this man off the motherfucking car, but it didn't go as planned. It didn't go as planned this time. They shut that all the way down. So you are the one that's making a phone call. Did you speak to him and advise him that, hey, I don't think that shit's gonna fly, bro. You're the main event over there. Nevada State Athletic Commission is very tough. You know what I'm saying? They should have told you about the executive director, Matt, of the commission, boxing commission. Somebody should have gave you an overview on what you've able to brief Hank Lundy. You know, if you was all a part of this situation with him, you know, making a phone call to leave and come over here, somebody should have tried to give him a heads up. That shit falls out. And you didn't have him back on the show. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner comes on deck, you know what I'm saying, for a third opponent. That falls out. So since the cat was out the bag from AB, you never had him back on the show. So let's get to another reality, right? How I say this was all a sham and nothing was ever gonna happen. So if you was trying to make this shit happen recently with Jaron Ennis, and yes, it's a lot of talk surrounding this topic about Jaron Ennis and Terrence Crawford, right? So let's understand what I said yesterday. I said it was bullshit. This fight was never gonna happen. It was never gonna come to fruition. We already knew a long time ago that Terrence Crawford had a damn mandatory. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, we already had a clear over understanding that Jaron Ennis was going the IBF route, right? So therefore, if you was really trying to make this fight, what did you want them to do with this right here? What was BLK going to do with this right here? Were you going to basically extract Jaron Ennis from the WBO? I'm talking about being that we already know what fight he had, right? Extract him from the WBO. He's in the IBF. We already know why that is. How are they going to make this work since you have all the answers, bro? This is the WBO ranking systems, and Jaron Ennis is nowhere there, unless it's Roche is. So leading up to this point, how are y'all going to play that? How are y'all going to play this shit right here? Y'all's going to bring Jaron Ennis back up there. How was Ennis going to be a part of this fight with Terrence Crawford? Being that you don't work for Team Crawford and you don't work for Team Ennis, you say you work with BLK Prime. How are y'all going to make this shit work, y'all? That's the top 5 right there in the WBO, bro. Who are you gonna pay? Well, you gonna slide the sanctioning body over their envelope to insert Jaron Ennis back into the rankings? How is this gonna work? How much was the purse split? Since y'all was talking logistics, where was this fight gonna be at? Since you was talking logistics, this fight was never gonna fucking happen, and you know it. You know it, bro. It's garbage. It's never gonna fucking happen, dog. It was no way in hell this fight was gonna happen at all. No way. We found out Crawford had a damn mandatory several months ago. How is Jaron Ennis going to fight Terrence Crawford? And he had a mandatory coming up. And this is the WBO ranking. How was they gonna prove that? They was gonna reinsert Ennis into, how can they do that? Let me even pull something else up for you. Hold on for a second. Hold up for a second. So Jaron Ennis fought Koran Chudikin February 7th, 2023. February 7th, 2023. And that was for the IBF welterweight title. So I asked again. This shit was in February. His fight. This shit was in February. January. January 7, 2023. We are in March. When was this fight going to happen, y'all? This fantasy fight. This man just got out of a fight January 7th. When was this fight going to happen this year? Crawford had no. We're 2 months, damn near. Under 2 months, damn near. Was Ennis going to basically recover with a fucked up hand, a swollen hand from this fight, and then get back in the heart for his hands really heat? That's just the physical, right? Because that fight went the entire 12 rounds. That was a 27, 2023. So when was this fight with Jaron Ennis and Terrence Crawford going to happen? Somebody please help me understand, how was this fight going to happen? And this man just fought January 7th. He was going to take some time off and jump right back in the fight camp, and they was going to throw him back in the rankings. How was this going to fight looking at the WBO ranking system? How was this fight ever going to happen? I'll tell you how. If you goddamn take your head off your shoulders and separate the brainstem from all those other little small little shit that you think, knowing damn well the body can't survive, that's the only way. If you don't care anything about it and you don't have a clue on how this process, how's this fight gonna happen, man? Let me look at the chat. Has educated me on some shit. How is this fight gonna happen? And Jaron Ennis fought January 7th. How is this fight going to happen? And they chose to go the IBF route. It was plain and clear they was going the IBF route. How is this fight going to happen, bro? He's going to say you're jealous of him. YouTube be having dudes bugging. Man, you know, they know by now. I'm not. He don't have nothing to be jealous about. I've never been jealous of anybody in my life. Why should I be jealous of anything he has going on YouTube? Me and him in the same position. Come on, man. I wonder if Frank Warren knows who he is. Surely he would do if he was involved in making the Avanesian fight. Hey, good question, Toby. And once again, this is why I was driving home, Toby. Who is he speaking to? Who is he speaking to with all this? I made all the phone calls. Look at Toby just asked. Look what he just asked, bro. Look what he just asked. I wonder if Frank Warren knows who he is. Why would he ask that question? You made that fight. You made the phone calls. Who did you speak to? I'm tired of the bullshit with you just going around here acting like you're speaking to people. You're doing this and doing that. No, man, boxing is grimy, but it do have a format to it. It does have a protocol you have to follow now. Who did you call? Man, just tell us, who did you call, man, to make all this shit happen? Who did you call? You was trying to run some shit like you did with Andrade? You attempted to do with Andrade? You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't come over to BLK Prime. Who did you call exactly for the Terrence Crawford? Did you speak to Terrence Crawford on the phone? Or BLK did? Yeah, BLK did, right? So if you say you made the phone call for that, so who did you speak to for David Avanesian? That's the bullshit. Who did you speak to for David Avanesian, bro? Did you, at that point in time, were you able to do a phone call? Did you call the right people so you'll be able to be a phone call? Because it gets a little fuzzy there, Blue Blood. It gets a little fuzzy, bro. He said, I think Jerron and Bozy should ask the same questions whenever they say Crawford is going around them. Once again, solid. And look, I'm not even trying to deflect or worry about what they saying about Crawford. I want to handle this impact right here. I want to handle the collision. The collision is Blue saying all this that he spoke to Bozy. Bosie's been in the sport long enough, bro. He know how this shit works. If he made it perfectly clear that he was going to sustain loyalty to Showtime, why was the shit extended into an hour-long, supposedly, conversation, and then Espinosa talking to Crawford? If you think BLK is up to some shiesty type business, why would you want to do it? Why would you want to add Crawford into the situation? I think that's clout chasing his name once again. If the man, if you felt some type of way about him fighting David Avenesian and that opponent won shit and all that, okay. If you felt that way, okay. But y'all continue to talk. You can talk about Crawford. We having a conversation about who made what phone call and why. If Ennis just got off a fight in January, how in the hell was this gonna happen as Crawford's mandatory, bro? Then Crawford just finished fighting in December of 2022. Boots come up just a little bit under a month and fight in January. When was this fight gonna happen? I'm asking you, Blue Blood, when was this fight gonna happen, bro? What was the dates? Since the cat is out the bag, you can only damn give us a little kibbles and bits. Why can't you speak on the whole shit, bro? You going around here being mad at other men and talking about, oh man, since they told you to humble yourself, it's female traits. All I'm trying to get is answers and get a conclusion to this shit.
You don't know what I do behind the scenes. So stay in your lane, never stay in mine. But you said a lot. Oh, you lied about this, a lot about that. I ain't lied about nothing. Felt like, and when I looked, they said that my stream was flagged. Right? Thurman's right? Boots has already signed to somebody, right? Boots has signed to two people. They got to deal with Showtime and Cameron Duncan.
So he said Boots is signed with Showtime and Cameron Duncan. Cameron Duncan isn't a network. So why would you say some dumb shit like that? He signed to sign to sign. No, we're talking about protocol, nigga. What the fuck are you doing? Go around and saying, oh, he signed to two people. He signed to two people. They usually talking about the promotion. Man, the transparency for a manager is there, bro. Don't nobody come in here talking about, oh man, he's my manager, but he ain't signed. Man, they say he signed to Showtime, and then they turn around and say he just has loyalty to Showtime. So to hear you, Kelly, it's paperwork involved, right? You say he signed to two people. Okay, I got it.
So for Terrence Crawford to fight Boots, isn't that temporary? Because he's already signed. He signed with Cameron Duncan.
He's talking out your face.
And he signed with Showtime. That's the network he fights on. So how can Terrence Crawford, how can we do business then? Jay Krause was good for Boots to fight Terrence Crawford then. Because he signed to them, Cameron Duncan, and Showtime. King Corleone was good. Terrence says, blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Right? If you humble yourself, you will be exalted.
So you notice how he did that? He was busy talking about boxing. I wanted him to stay on the sport of boxing. I can do a live and talk about boxing. I can give you a full 30 minutes and talk nothing about my topic and keep it on boxing. But he didn't have the material that keep on going on, speaking on what he's supposed to, the answers that we're trying to get. So what? He keeps on going back to what Manager Marty kept saying. He wanted to deflect. He wanted to damn reach out to people in his chat for help. He was in distress. No, nigga, we're talking about boxing there, Blue Blood. Boxing topics. We're talking about fucking boxing, just like AI was talking about practice. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to know you talk about yeah, we're talking about boxing, brother. We're not talking about freaking people in the chat while you try to figure out what you're saying next. We're talking about boxing. But look how Marty is managing this guy's feelings, bro.
If you humble yourself, who does Snoop think he is? This is the definition of jealousy, people. That's the definition of jealousy. If I humble myself, you mad how I can because I got confidence, and you mad because of the things that I do? And the
now that sounds like a gossipy, chatty, patty, female type shit. If I ain't never heard it, I'm just telling you straight up and down, bro. You want to sit up here and say a man is jealous because he's making a point and he's talking about boxing and he just said humble yourself. So you're saying just because he said humble yourself is jealousy? That doesn't even make any sense, bro. You was just talking about boxing and then you switch it over and start talking about him saying humble yourself. That shit really pinched the motherfucking nerve, didn't it? How can you let somebody get you out of your sweat top and you be that angry when y'all niggas be the same one all the time? I look at him, he's emotional. Nigga, you emotional, bro. You absolutely straight up and down like that. You emotional over him talking to you and say you would be exhausted. I know that shit. You're not used to another grown man telling you some real shit. But you do need to humble yourself. That don't mean you have to walk around here with your head down. It just means you have to understand that you have room to learn, nigga. That's what it means. You have room to learn and you have space to grow. That's what humble yourself means. Stop being so egotistical and going around here just looking stupid. That's all humble yourself mean. Stop acting like you know everything. You know what I'm saying? That's if anyone is jealous, it seems like you're jealous of Marty because he actually have detailed line for line instructions that he can give you on how the shit should work. Now, one note I will make is that he asked some questions on this live and you told a person that was on your live stream that sent you a super chat, you said, I saw you over there. So you was in his live, Blue. I pay attention to details like that. You was in Manager Marty's live when he was talking. So you was over there. You was listening. You was ear hustling, bro. Because you had your people over there talking shit to him, just like you did me. And you want to talk about female traits? Come on, bro. You want to talk about female traits, bro? Let's go about female traits, man.
The relationships I had in the sport of boxing. So I'm not supposed to tell the people that I have relationships and connections with the sport of boxing. Then he goes on to say, Blue Blood. Now take, he said, Blue Blood hasn't done anything. But Bozy just told you, Robert Williams was good. That he was contacted. Rolling in for dope was good. Big Texas Claims was good. Bozy just told y'all that the BLK crowd contacted me. That's me.
See, once again, this is clout chasing. WCS is just going to put it out there again and again and again. This nigga's clout chasing. He want to make it seem like his subscriber count validates him not clout chasing. That he's bigger than the boxer. You ain't bigger than the boxer because goddamn he has a belt. You're not a part of that team. If anybody has the lay it down factor, the claim is YSM. YSM is embedded. He's doing all the videos. And that's where Blue should have been. But you know what? He don't want to be embedded in anybody's gym. He probably feels like that's a low level, you know what I'm saying, blue collar type of position. That's a laborer's position. All the work YSM putting in there. That's YSM Sports nesting bed over there. How far does Blue Blood stay from freaking Bozy and Jerron? Not far. So you want to clout chase their name all of a sudden and you ain't really did hardly any media on them? I'm just keeping this shit real. Who jealous of you? Who jealous of you, bro? You barely even do media of fighters in your own backyard. And you sitting up here talking about somebody jealous of you? You a media. Marty just came on this media shit, right? You been here. You make it known that you been here, Blue. But you haven't even really been fucking with Bozy, truth be told. But the brother's gonna be polite and courteous because that's who he is. You say he a upstanding dude, right? Right? That's why he ain't told you yet to go fuck yourself. Because he said, okay, you in my backyard. I don't understand why you ain't been over here to cover my son before he picked up the chip or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not gonna make a big thing. You know, I'm an upstanding dude. You know what I'm saying? He's being nice to you, bro. You're supposed to be over there getting the footage, but YSM already got that shit on lock and key, bro. You fucked up. See, you didn't want to fuck with Jerron Ennis when he was trying to climb, when he was in the process of climbing the ladder. You weren't fucking with him. You weren't fucking with him. Somebody else got your shit. If you would be embedded in that gym over there and showed respect and love and attention before that man went up here and started, you know, getting the recognition and getting the bigger fights to put him in position where he at now, then you would get this love. But stop mentioning Bosey's name, nigga. You done ran his name through the mud clout chasing. Show some videos. Show some videos. Show some pictures. Show some damn shit that YSM is doing that you did. Now, it would be some wild shit because you can't come over to that gym all the time because he got the shit on lock and key. I'm just being real about it, bro. I'm just being real about it. You clout chasing damn Ennis them name. Talk to Ennis. Talk to Ennis. He'll tell you. Tell us what? He taught the BLK Prime so you can say, that was me. Yours truly. Yours truly. That was me. Who gives a fuck it was you? The fight didn't happen, bro. That's where I'm at with it. You are part of another failed situation that you're claiming the fame that you had a lot to do with. It's fucked up, bro. You act like nobody can talk about this shit. But yes, you're going around here making it seem like you're bigger than life. When you do shit, when somebody correct you and say you need some paperwork, you get mad at it. When somebody say you need some paperwork, well, let me just let y'all hear the audio.
But you just said I don't do nothing. Easy Button official was good. You just said Bernard Thomas was good. You just said I don't do nothing though. I haven't done anything. Well, Tay, my brother Tay Jones, who y'all know, humble yourself or you will be humbled. Bruh, the person need to humble themselves is you. You mad at my grind and my ability to make relationships and connections? Something wrong with you, brother. Ain't none of that cool. This dude said humble yourself. Because you talk slow and you sit there with the pose on and then you put your shades on and off. Yeah. So you put your shades on and off and
So he's talking about how this man moves his own body. He's talking about Marty's mannerisms. Is that not female traits the way you're gossiping like this, brother? Like, come on, I'm not defending Marty. He can defend himself. But I'm just speaking on it because when you say, the man said, humble yourself, and you say that's female traits, I feel that's you just desperately seeking some type of outlet. You desperately seeking more fans to the club. That's all. You got people that's willing to co-sign for you that will never tell you you're wrong. You have yes people around you that's willing to kiss your black ass when your black ass is absolutely wrong. That's all that is. How can you sit around here and say somebody's jealous and you don't have shit, brother? You don't have shit. You're gonna talk about the man got polos on and he take his glasses on and off. That is some female type shit right there. Like, why are you checking out how this man take off and what his mannerism, if he have his index finger that he genetically was born with, right? And he placed this on his head. You're trying to say you have a problem with that, Blue? Come on, man. Come on.
my brother takes that fact. That's why I be confused when people speak on you because they don't have a clue what they talking about. This is
well, this can't be WCS. That can't be me. That can't be me. I can't be one that's constant in that. Man, I know enough. I know enough to be dangerous. I know enough.
This is all true. If you exalt yourself, see, when you use like T.I., right? But this of that of this nature and this and that and did that.
He got that nigga in his feelings. He got that nigga in his feelings. Blue, you in your feelings. You let a dude get you all the way in your feelings, dog. We're talking about his glasses, how he hold his index finger on his head, how he moves, how he talks. You say he talks slow. He used big words. This dude got you mad, bro. He got you extremely mad, man. And this is supposed to be on boxing. You said it was female traits, bro. You know, when I broke bread with him down here, right? I didn't get that. Real talk. I didn't get what you was talking about. I actually broke bread with him and his people, bro. We actually broke bread. All this shit you talking about, that's not true, man. That man didn't come off as being jealous of nobody. He really didn't mention your name. You know what I'm saying? Like that. We was busy talking about some boxing shit. You know, my boy Los was there. We was talking some boxing shit. And nobody's going to sit up here and say Los was on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going that route. But Los was there too. You know what I'm saying? We talk about some boxing shit, bro. We weren't sitting up here talking about you. Nigga up here acting like, man, he the grand poobah. Shout out to the Mac Mob, man. I ain't see you in the building. On deck with it. Salute to your brother. One's on deck. He said, Blue is obviously fucking up. Experience is the best teacher. Let that man do him, and if BLK Prime is good with that, so be it. Look, you have no other way except to let him do him. I'm not disrupting what he's doing. BLK Prime has nothing going on right now. But you know, I don't bring other people into the equation to kind of build my argument. It's a lot more than I know about shit that I don't want to bring any other content creators into the situation. I kept it boxing. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I'm speaking about Manager Marty because this was a back and forth that's been going on. I'm not using him to build or strengthen my argument. I'm just speaking about how he's going about it because he is the instigator in all of this. He provocated the situation to make a false accusation that this man flagged his channel. But now he was over there whining to his freaking listeners saying, no, I gotta do it. I expected more, bro. If you're gonna go in on this guy, Manager Marty, go in on him. You was busy up there talking about people in your chat. They'll be okay. Nigga, stick to the goddamn plan. Focus on the argument that you're trying to sit up here and convince the people of. Focus on Marty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Leave them people in the chat alone. Stop bringing other people to the dance and say, oh, I need somebody to co-sign. I need to mention this name. I need to mention that name. Oh, I need you. It's all a freaking deflector, bro. You playing, Blue. You're supposed to be this big dog. You're playing, man. You busy up here, damn, talking about people in your chat that has nothing to do with this argument. Clear your motherfucking name, dog. If the man say humble yourself and you don't agree with it, stick to the topic. Stay focused on this shit. Line Marty up and goddamn tell him what's on your mind. Don't continue to talk and get people in the chat involved just to fight your battles for you. No, man, that's whole shit right there. No, man, if you can sit up here and talk about it. But if you're doing sloppy ass business and you think you can go talk straight to the trainer and the fighter without speaking to the manager, you ain't doing shit. You ain't sitting at the table because somebody be Desmond or whoever else over BLK Prime would have told your ass. You represent us. You didn't start this shit. You represent us. So therefore, you need to clean up some shit because I'm getting word that this, and this. Didn't you say that manager Marty was dry snitching because he said you need to have a license to do certain areas of responsibility for boxing? He's giving you the game, right? But yet, instead of you receiving the game, you want to say the man dry snitching. Just like black people, you know, like we haven't heard. Oh, look, the same black people that was mad that Trayvon Martin was killed, right? And talking about, oh man, George Zimmerman, George Zimmerman still walking around all good. If that would have been a black person, they would have goddamn mobbed him and all this shit, and he would have been dead right there on the scene. George Zimmerman gone. Right? Gone. But this man trying to turn you on the game. He's trying to tell you you need license to operate and perform such and such duties. And you get on your live and say this man's dry snitching. Let's not get on dry snitching, Blue, because you know I'll bring up some of your compeers in a heartbeat that goddamn reported my videos. Let's not get on dry snitching, bro. People that you fuck with. People that you fuck with trying to get channels taken down. You know what I'm saying? They trying to report your channel and get it taken down. Not just the video. They trying to get your channel taken down. So let's not talk about dry snitching. If the man was turning you on to some shit you didn't know, salute him. Say, okay, you got to have paperwork to do this, this, and this. No, you're going to deny. You think you going around here making suggestions is matchmaking. You think you going around here making suggestions is considered matchmaking. Oh, I suggested. Are you a matchmaker or not? Did Marty give you some criteria for which you need moving forward in order to be a matchmaker? Did he tell you and provide you some information that can help you out? I think he did. What about when he said having a promoter's license? Have you not heard that you should have a promoter's license if you're going to promote? Why do they allow us to have some type of driver's license? Yeah, people go around and say you don't really need a driver's license. But per the law, that driver's license is attached to everything that you got going on with that vehicle, right? Tag, your identity, insurance, all that is attached. So when what Marty was telling you about having paperwork, having certifications, license, doing it the right way to be certified so you can really be bragging on this motherfucker, don't you think that's very important? Or you want to continue to move around here all sloppy joppy? I can do this. I can make phone calls. Suggestions is not matchmaking, brother. Suggestions is just that. Oh, I suggest this. I suggest that. I suggest that right there, over here, over there. You're not sitting at the table doing shit, brother. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong that you sitting at the table. That you're one of the final decision makers. Prove to me you was on the phone when Espinosa and everybody else was on that. Prove to me that a YouTuber was on the phone. Now, if you're making big moves, I don't know how you quantify your size. If you're making big moves, some people that's in the hood that make a little bit, $5 more than what they did last week, they consider that big moves. I don't know. I don't know what your standards are, bro. When you say you're making big moves and doing big things, I still see you in your living room, homie. You know WCS could talk about it because you chose to put your wife into the equation with me. That's forever. You never apologized, so I can speak on it. You brought your wife to a conversation. You want to make it about money. So I'm asking you, like, what big moves are you making? I ask you again, can you stop this YouTube shit? Like you said back in the day, you think I forget? Oh, I can stop this for 2 to 3 years and be just fine. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it, Blue. Come on, Blue. You say you can stop this shit for 2 to 3 years. That's your words, bro. Because I'm living off a military pension. That's what you said. I'm living off a military pension. I'm a broke nigga. Your wife make more than me. That's female traits. This shit right here, since you know people think WCS is just hating. Y'all need to go back to where it all started. This nigga approached me the wrong way. See, you'll never catch me in public like on some shit like this. Never. Let me explain you this picture right here. You'll never catch a nigga like me with my hair looking like that. A nigga like Blue will say, I put this picture up here because I can't afford what he got. He would tell you that the only reason I put this up, I can't afford his purse. Like, this was the same blue blood that had a problem when Floyd Mayweather was going up and doing what he was doing with Gucci after supposedly Gucci had said and did some controversial shit. This man was up here talking shit like he was totally against it, but he's over there in Newark with a motherfucking purse on his shoulder because it's Gucci. And his dumb ass will sit up there and try to act like I can't buy that same purse if I was blind. Because there's no way I'm doing it when I got full vision. This nigga sit up here and tell, oh, WCS, I ain't worried about him. He jealous. Nigga, you talk about female traits, bro. We talk about beta males. We talking about shit that's going on. You in public like this. Nigga, you're damn near 50. What the fuck is this about, Coolio? Come on, bro. What the fuck is this about? I just had to bring that up because niggas always talking about, oh, female traits. Oh, this bitch bring up homoerotic, homosexual shit. But they don't want to check the niggas that's really giving you that vibe. Really giving you that vibe, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Nah, bro. Nada. You shouldn't even talk about no female traits because a guy said, because Marty said humble yourself. You need to let that shit go, bro. Let me see who's over here. Yeah, Blue was bugging last night. For real, man. And shout out to a real one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with Shot News, the Sauce Experience. I did major cards. Like, I've been on some travels with Showtime. I know he's a solid dude as a father and as a content creator and as a person that's on the front line doing this media shit. That I know for sure. But when it comes down to other things that people try to put him in and dog him out and stuff like that, I'm not going to bring that name in. I'm just telling you that he's more than solid to me. His team is solid. They've helped me out. That's my guy, period. It's not all some YouTube shit. We don't walk the road together. We don't walk back and forth to the venues. We done broke bread. We done did all that shit. We done been in the fucking clouds. We done been in the suites in the clouds, goddammit. So MD, shout out to MD. Why are you over here speaking on him, right? When I'm the one doing the live stream. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What's going on with y'all fellas, bro? Shout out to Bob Conversation. Reggie Owens on deck. Salute. Let's see what was said up here. Yeah, man, that's where it is with me. Like, everybody wanna talk about boxing. They'll debate boxing and all this, but boxing has a business to it, right? Boxing has an absolute business to it. It has certain positions that you need paperwork to make it official, that you can be able to operate. Now, one thing I know that Blue's never going to do, he's not going to put on a fight. He's not going to be a promoter. All right? He's not going to be a promoter. It takes finances. It takes connections to be able to put on a fight. All those connections that he said you have, put on a fight. Find a promoter. and you put together a fight since you have matchmaking. If you're trying to say now you are matchmaking and you're making suggestions, until you put on a fight card that you have matched up every single fighter on that freaking fight card, you ain't gonna get no respect from me as far as your job goes. I'm being honest with you. Until you get with a promoter and you matchmake the entire freaking card like I know matchmakers to do. Like I know matchmakers out there who have matchmaked the entire card, bro. The entire card. What you doing is talking about people that you have in your contacts. You talking about one boxer that you call, hey. By the way, let me ask you this. Who's the matchmaker for BOK Prime there at Blue Blood? Who's the matchmaker? Who's the matchmaker for BOK Prime? Because you say you're a silent partner / advisor now. So can you please provide us with the information on a later live or something like that? You don't have to mention any names, but who's the matchmaker for BOK Prime? If you hold down that position, you should know that name right off the rip. If you in the chat there, Blue, just drop it up here. Just drop it in the chat there, Blue. Who's the matchmaker for BOK Prime? And if there is a matchmaker for BOK Prime, why in the fuck are you making phone calls? You're not going to do my job. If you suggested the name, your matchmaker should have been making all those phone calls. They should have been calling Cameron Duncan. Because you ain't doing shit without Cameron. That is a fact. We don't have to go to Crawford's side of the house. Crawford was never going to be in this fight because it never was going to happen. We don't care what any other team said. It was never going to happen. He wasn't in the WBO rankings or none of that. So how is this fight going to happen? Don't believe the hype about any of this bullshit he's coming to y'all with. This fight was never going to happen, y'all. Be honest with yourselves. Be honest with your fucking selves, bro. This fight was never happening, period. What were they just going to put him back in the rankings? How is this going to work? What was the purse split going to be? Who was coming up with the money? Where was the venue going to be? How was this fight going to happen? That's all I want to know. How was this fight going to happen? If you figure it all out, you'll know for a damn fact that it was never going down, period. This is all a sham, bro. It's a sham. It's a sham, I say. It's a sham. And you goddamn put your finger, you wave your finger back and forth. Stop it. No more. You wave your index finger back. No. Like you're talking to a kid. Stop it. Stop lying to the people. That's all I'm saying, man. Stop lying to the motherfucking people, bro. This is never happening. And with that, hey, man, shout out to everyone who tuned into the live stream. I appreciate you. I just wanted to highlight some areas where there's a track record with this dude doing slimy fucking business. If you stay close to freaking boxing, it's a lot of people to do what he's doing. But he's on the YTC claiming he has all the connects and he's making phone calls. Check me on my shit. Check me on my shit, because I'm not proclaiming to be a manager. But what I can say about Marty, he knows and understands the fine lines of being a manager. So like I asked you before, do you have the humbleness to ask him for help so he can explain to you certain areas that you need to become more proficient in there, Blue Blood? Are you willing to humble yourself so you can be exalted by taking notes? Because WCS, when he was explaining some shit to me, Manager Marty, I did take some notes. Because the business side of the house, I know some aspects of it, right? But what he was explaining to me about certain things, I felt it would be good to put ink to paper. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem saying that, bro. But to hear you over there on your live, irate, and you keep on replaying, you have pretty much shown the people once again, just like Sean News said, that Marty's over there with way less subscribers than you do. Way less subscribers. But this man has you irate, furious, man. Who do you think he is? 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 That dude was over there goddamn chugging water. His body temperature rose. He took off his sweat top. Who do you think it is? Who do you think it's it? Who do you think you is? Dude. All because the man said, humble yourself. And you should be exalted. Who do you think you is? Man, I swear to God, that's just hilarious, man. He got to him, man. You got 184,000 subscribers and a dude that don't even have 5,000 yet. Got you in your feelings like that? Based off primarily one. You owe this man a personal apology, first of all. You're too arrogant to give him that. But he said, humble yourself. It's not like he said, fuck yourself. He said, humble yourself. Humble yourself, and you are livid. Who do you think he is? I swear, man, that shit's hilarious, man. I'm gonna laugh about this shit for a minute, yo. What? One thing I strive on, I'm not trying to go toe to toe with nobody in this boxing shit because, you know, there's always people out there that know more than the next, right? But what I will do is learn from other people. I sit up here and tell people, even channels that I don't really rock with, I listen to. I listen to them, man. Not all the time. But when I hit the replay, I'm talking about not every time when I'm live, but I hit the replay and I go back and listen to even the ones I don't fuck with. Because I have to know the truth and I have to know the BS or who's pushing narratives. I have to I have to continue to catalog information off these individuals that's pushing false ass narratives, right? Because it's gonna come upon a time that the conversation may come up just in general, boxing talk out there, fight cards, or on this YTC social media shit. I just want to know, because when it boom, the bell goes off, I say, oh yeah, I heard that at this place. Now I know where they're coming from. Then you go taking a look, right? Just like some of the people that was wrenches over there on Blues channel, they was over there in Marty's freaking chat, trolling. You know how I know that's highly possible? Because he did me the same way. Yeah, he did it on live stream and lied. This is the dude that said he don't lie, but he lied, and Big Blunts made a video about it. He lied and said that he wasn't sending people over to my chat, and he was. He said it right on live. Go over there to WCS. He was sending them bitches over there. He was sending them bitches that he has over there in his chat over to my freaking boulevard. Yeah. I said it. Motherfuckers that's claiming to be cool. Females, right? They want to come over here and wonder why certain things are said the way they are. You let a man like that persuade you to go over here and act out of character to a dude like me that don't even have 10,000 subs already. You sending your people over here to troll. So they was doing the same thing over there in Manager Marty's them live chat the other night. I'm just being honest, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm not advocating for that. I just feel that at the end of the day, that blue blood, you can learn something from people. And right now, you don't know what the fuck you got going on. Like, you don't have no paperwork. You know, you say, one thing you said, right, and I'm going to end it with this. Blue blood said that his phone be ringing all the time. You know, he want to call umpteen amount of people out the chat to verify, oh, my phone be ringing all the time. But shit, you be doing damn 10 videos a day. I'll never hear your phone ring. That shit must be on silent. How the fuck your phone ringing and you on camera and you say your phone be ringing off the hook every day? But yeah, you be on live all the time Your phone ain't doing shit. Man, I'm out of here, man. Y'all hold it down. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. Appreciate y'all. Salute. And, hit the like button out the door. And be sure to check out True Medias today at 1500, 3 o'clock civilian time. You know what I'm saying? Be sure you check out all these other channels that's on deck. You know what I'm saying? And especially mine. Salute. I'm out.